Latics Football Phone-In, proudly sponsored by Legacy Pets. Being a Latics fan is for life, and so are our pets. No one wants to think about what happens when we lose them, but when we do, we need to know that both them and us are in good hands. Legacy Pets have worked with animals for over 20 years and understand what it means to have lost a beloved family pet. They're also Latics fans, so if you do need their pet cremation services someday, they are dedicated to providing compassionate support just like we do on the phone-in. Visit legacypets.com and tell them that you're part of the Latics family too. Easy boy.
It's Thursday night. It's been alright. Gonna have your say on the football. Mad and sexy day.
Beautiful for Norwood. They might get on the end of it. It's Norwood. He's done it.
It's football. It's football. It's the football phone. The Latics football phone. It's the football phone. The Latics football phone. It's the football phone. The Latics football phone.
Absolutely.
Hello, welcome to the Latics Football Phone-In with me, Matt D.
And me, sexy Dave.
We were just talking about the commentary, weren't we? There for
We were.
for the Norwood goal
He's always, no one's going to get on the end of it.
in the theme tune,
Yeah.
and I think my glasses need to- and I don't. All I can see now with Norwood's goal is the angle of it from the camera. You know, from the going from the centre circle to the left.
Mm.
I can't remember it from my memory of it anymore. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I remember everything, but all I remember is just being devoid of all emotion after the game because I just think it was the worst game of football I've ever seen in terms of emotion. I was despondent, catastrophizing. This little boy was like, "We're going to lose, aren't we?"
Yeah. It was an emotional roller coaster, wasn't it?
It was awful.
Yeah.
But would you do it again?
This season, Dave. Playoffs are on. It's happening.
It's the playoffs.
It could
Oh,
happen.
no.
Just one thing we have to say first of all. Tequila!
It makes me happy.
It was quality on Saturday.
Ba, 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 ba.
Is this a bit? I mean, would you agree? Is it give Fondot the Ballon d'Or? Is that too much? Is it accurate? Or what are you saying?
After that goal,
After that, it was a cracking goal.
it was
wasn't
a cracking. I saw his lovely wife Ellen, friend of the show, on Saturday.
She was stood on the road just in front of us.
All right,
Yeah.
we was, and then we moved right behind the net because we wanted to be right behind the net. We still wanted to be right behind the net. So
Right. Yeah,
and there's a little kid with a Mike Fondot cut out mask.
was there?
And I just told them, I said, "That's his wife," and then she was so lovely. She's a lovely,
She is
lovely,
lovely
lovely human being.
Lovely lady.
And Mike Fondot's a lovely
Lovely goal
young
scoring
man.
machine. What a goal that was! You know,
Yeah,
like it came out of nothing. It was just.
Do you know what? Watching it
superb
again, it
finish.
made it look easy, and that is a hard.
It had to go where it went.
Yeah.
It had to just dip right at the last minute to go under the
It
bar.
dipped right in the net.
Oh, it was in the net. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Other goals of that game were as follows.
Kavanagh
Kavanagh, great goal.
was a good finish, good move.
Great move.
Yeah,
And Stevens penalty. Penalty.
Yeah.
Straight from the spot. It was good. Straight down the centre.
There's just a little of an insight into this is how
Yeah.
Dave texts me all the time. He changes the T's for the D's.
Yeah, splitting hairs.
So I'm
beating Tranmere is always good though because I don't.
yeah.
I don't
Look,
like
are we
him.
big news this week? We've got Michael, Libby, and Adrian waiting. In
I
the
like
wings,
him now.
by the
Pete
way.
Wild said I want him to stay up. But
Yeah, well, I want him to stay up anyway because I mean, if we're in League Two next season, if we don't get promoted via the playoffs, Dave, then I want to be going to Tranmere again. You know, it's a good day out, it's a good away day. Tranmere. I don't want think about who the option. I want my pick for I hope who go down are Crawley and Newport.
Yeah, I like Newport.
But I think Barrow might be going down. What's the story? Dino's left already.
Well,
It's not a good
you'll have
sign. He
to-
did less
I've
than
got his number. Shall I ring
he
him?
did less time than Paul Scholes at Latics.
well,
28 days. He
Such is life. Can I just have a little moan
did. Yeah, if you like, yeah.
about the behaviour of some fans on Saturday?
Ooh.
There was a guy, right, and he was looking at his phone and he was trying to take a picture, but he was that pissed. He was just taking pictures of his forehead. He was so drunk, honestly.
And of course, you'd
And-
never be that drunk, would you, Dave?
No, I'm not. I don't know why people get having a drink, but there's some fans that do it absolutely shit faced.
And were they just having a good time or what?
Yeah, but there's having a good time and then there's going beyond the pale. And we've been beyond the pale
Oh, you miserable.
after a football game.
You miserable get, Dave.
Get.
You miserable get.
I just think when there's children at a game and me being a responsible adult,
Yeah.
um,
I mean, taking pictures of his own forehead's not the worst. It's not the worst
Matt,
behaviour.
he was a lovely bloke, but he couldn't speak. He was just he was like leaning on us because he was just leaning back. Like, how he didn't do himself an injury. It's just I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't have a drink, but it's just like just behave yourself.
Dave's on a fitness quest. I think it's more of a quest, isn't it?
I'm doing very well.
No, you're on the trellis of health. You are climbing
The trellis of health.
Yeah, you're climbing that trellis of health. And
Well,
he's losing a lot of weight.
I was 40 on New Year's Eve. Thanks for all your presents and happy birthdays, everyone, which I didn't get. But I saw myself in Mexico in the bathroom mirror, and my stomach looked like a blancmange.
Really?
And it was awful.
Oh.
I looked like a human blancmange.
Oh.
So I'm a bit more svelte, and I'm feeling better for it.
I'm happy that you're happy, Dave.
But
Right, should we bring a guest in?
big game on Saturday. It's Grimsby.
Yeah, it is.
So let's bring in
Should we
Michael.
let's chat to
okay.
Ibby first because
Ibby.
we left you waiting until the
Yeah,
end
we
last
did.
week. Let's chat to Ibby. Hi, Ibby.
Evening, sexy Dave, Matt. Thank you for having me on first.
No
problem.
worries, mate. How are you doing?
I'm all right. What a brilliant result that was, honestly.
Ibby, you
Yeah.
didn't say good evening, guys. Come on, mate.
Yeah, good evening, guys. I thought I said it a miles away. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. Are you feeling better this week?
Yeah, I'm a lot better. And I did tell you last week we would win 3-1, and it came out true.
Well, you bang right. And what did you think of the game?
It was excellent. Honestly, I loved every single minute of it. We were hungry. We were raw. We wanted it more. But that goal, unbelievable from Fondo. Where that came out from, I just don't know. But I'm delighted for him because he's a very honest person. He does say it that it hasn't gone for him this season. But it doesn't matter. He just wants to help the team. Honestly, we need to give that guy a lifetime contract. I love him to bits. And
He'll definitely be a club ambassador, won't he? He'll be. He's the longest serving player. Will Sutton's the longest serving.
But he's our top scorer this century.
He's amazing.
And I think when he's leading the line like he did at the weekend and he has done over the last few weeks, I think he's great. And it's like Andy said on the podcast at the weekend, like when he has the chance to get those instinctive finishing, like there's no time to think, just hits it. He's capable of some really, really good goals, but I just think the way that we're playing now we're bringing the ball from deep, aren't we? With Drummond and with Stevens and with Kavanagh, we're attacking in a much different way.
Yeah.
And we're attacking the goal from deep. We're putting defenders on the back foot. And it's just a completely different story than it was, a while ago.
But the question, the handbrake off.
The question is: have we peaked just a bit too late, or have we peaked just at the right time? We've got 7th place Grimsby on Saturday. We're 7 points behind them. If we beat Grimsby, can we still dream?
Of course, we can dream. I told you, Mickey Mellon has got this habit of doing it. If we beat Grimsby, it's absolutely on. Simple as. But every fan needs to go to that ground on the weekend and full voice get behind the boys from the first minute because we need them. And I thought last weekend everybody was outstanding. But one thing we need to do is sort Manny Mounts a new deal because he's been unbelievable this season.
Yeah, no, don't let him leave.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah,
I think you made a good point here, and just say David here's Tranmere best day for a while, best away day. It had playoff vibes. It had a similar, in the ground early, singing, getting a great atmosphere going. And I think if we can treat Saturday like the playoffs again, like you said, Ibby, get a really good crowd in, 7,500, 8,000 Oldham fans in there, 1,500 Grimsby fans in there, make a real racket. And then we've got Chesterfield Tuesday. Then we've got struggling Harrogate at home Saturday. And then we've got Notts County on the Tuesday. So we've got, in 10 days, we've got 4 games. This week is where the season.
It's like National League, and it's Saturday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
which is good, but I don't want it every week.
Well, we've got those 2 games in hand, haven't we, to play?
Yeah.
So we'll find out what. The Barrow game's actually the game in hand, isn't it? But we'll find out.
And
I think
County.
in 10 days.
Notts County as well.
Yeah, Notts County. If we are going to still be in the mix or not before we go to that game at Crewe. I mean, 7th place is as good as we can get now. There's, Salford won the other night, so they're up in 6th. There's a little bit of a gap there now. They've got 5 points on Grimsby.
Chesterfield up there, Crewe are up there.
Yeah.
We've got
to play all 3. We've got to play Crewe, Chesterfield, and Grimsby.
We've got to make up a lot of ground, haven't we? Got to make up a lot of
Yeah,
ground.
we can do it, guys. Honestly, we can. And I thought Kavanagh's goal was brilliant. He works his socks off. If we don't go this season, I fancy yours next season definitely going up. We've got a very good squad, and Mickey Mellon isn't stupid, I tell you right now. But I've been enjoying his press conference for the past 2 weeks. He's keep coming out with the right things. And I'm really enjoying it at the moment, being a Latics fan. But everybody needs to be behind the team Saturday, and we can do this, guy, because we went on a 5 unbeaten run. Remember that last season? It can be done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anything can be done if you put your mind to it.
It's all about peaking at the right time, and there's usually a team that comes out of nowhere. Could be us. It doesn't happen every year, but when it does happen.
Last day of the season, sneaking in, momentum's on our side.
I mean, I'm just
no fear in the playoffs.
I'm just imagining Andy now at home watching this, getting really annoyed about going on about the playoffs. But we're not miserable curmudgeons like Andy Halliwell, are we? At the end of the day, we dare to dream, don't we?
Well, I'm a catastrophizer, so
that's true. You are.
But it's not the end of the world. I'm relatively happy.
Look, I think.
Yeah, what do you make about P. Weil taking Tranmere job? I hope it goes well for him.
Ibby, if I'm going to be absolutely honest, I think he's a traitor to Oldham Athletic, and I'm never going. No, and listen, I mean, it's a good job, isn't it? Tranmere, you've been to the stadium. It's a big stadium. It's got good fan base. It's not in good health at the minute at the club, so it's not a good time to go in there. That's my.
He'll settle it down.
He's got till the end of the season, Annie, and then. But if the situation there is getting a bit toxic, which it seems when the situation between the fans and the owner, it's not a good time for him to go in there. So, I think he was very, very harshly treated by Fleetwood personally. I think that was ridiculous to sack him. I know they lost 6 games, but teams like Fleetwood will lose games. I mean, they've picked up since, but you can argue that they would have done anyway. Look, we lost 3 on the bounce and then went on this run. So, I thought when we played them at Boundary Park, I thought they looked well organised and were coached, and he'd only just left.
You've just got to see, haven't you? And I hope he keeps them up. I always want to see an Oldham lad do well. Just not against us. You know what I mean? And,
it's hard to see Dino losing his job too. It's hard to see Dino losing his job.
On that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, I mean,
they've got nothing to say. I'll let you get another caller in.
All right, mate.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you very much, both of you.
All right. No
Thanks, Dave, by the way.
The thing is, what I was going to say then was that the clubs down the bottom tend to be really struggling. And it's not just on the pitch; it's off the pitch as well. The situation at Barrow, I mean, it's something is not right, fundamentally not right at the club. If you've got a manager in for 28 days and then he leaves, something's really not right. So, they'll.
Matt, it's not our problem.
It's not our problem, no. But
Matt, it's not our problem.
It's not our problem.
So but to do what the Tories say, it's not our problem.
Look at how tight it is down there. 4 go down. Two go down. No, 4 go down.
Two.
Two go down. Sorry, I'm thinking of this National League North and South. Yeah, and it's anyone between Crawley, Barrow, Newport. And
Well, as long as
Harrogate.
Bristol Rovers stay up, so we get that additional money for Joe Quigley. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think Tranmere are going to go down or Bristol Rovers because
Shrewsbury are flying.
there's just too many. It's between those four, and let's be honest with you, all four of those could.
Go
Well, probably not
Go up a
Newport,
bit.
but Harrogate, Barrow, and Crawley are all national.
In terms
league.
of the form guide, we are the most informed team. Is that correct?
Yeah. Over the last 5 games, we by quite a distance actually. So
Grimsby, draw one, lost one, drew 1-1, 1-1.
yeah, their form's a bit inconsistent. So I've got nothing to fear from Grimsby, that's for sure. Right, did you just say Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury doing well.
What county is Shrewsbury in?
It's in Shropshire
/
Wales.
Speaking of which, we have the Shropshire's #1 Harry Hill impersonator. It is Adrian. Hello, Adrian.
Harry.
How you doing, guys?
Good,
Good, mate. Nice to see you.
Yeah, a long time no speak. I've been away. I've been
been
on
down
my
under?
travels. I've been to Australia. Yeah.
Did you meet Chris Lever while you're over there?
Well, no, we didn't. I went to Melbourne, but he was a bit busy. He works out of town, so we tried to, but it didn't happen in the end. But I did get in touch with him.
That's good.
I'll see him at Boundary Park. But there is a bunker bin shirt in Brisbane somewhere. My son's sporting his bunker bin shirt somewhere in Brisbane. So
Good stuff.
good. So it's good. And I don't have any tequila tonight, but I have a very nice fine Shiraz.
It's not like you to drink wine on the phone in Adrian, is it?
Huh? No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, but it's good. I was watching the games at about 7:15 in the morning in our camper van in Tasmania, which was
Nice.
didn't go down too well with the crew supporter because she couldn't access her games. But I did watch every match, and I think it's fantastic at the minute. I've been back about sort of 10 days now, and I think we've got there's a lot of yin and yang going on, isn't there, between the club and the supporters. I think we've got a very sort of nice. We're in a nice groove, aren't we? I think we're in a real proper groove. And the future is really bright, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to his next game, especially because it's all heading down this way. It's with Crewe, Shrewsbury, and I've got to take it up with you, Deb. What's this affinity with Newport? What's going on there? That's all wrong. That's all wrong.
Okay, that's your opinion. I don't mind. I think they're a decent club, a decent outfit. They've been very unlucky this season. They're usually up there, aren't they? They've struggled they're in the FA Cup runs. I don't mind them. I don't mind them at all. But
The big thing is, Dave, is that they're the Welsh club and they're in Wales. I rest my case.
Right.
There's a Welsh Premier League. There's a Welsh, it's our final away game. I'll be down there, and it's a bit sort of like, it's a bit like over the border, a Yorkshire club if you're in Lancashire. It's you don't really get the vibe.
I like Newport because it was the first time I saw Mike Fondop play, and he scored 2 goals, and it was just a great day. And the ground, everyone's dead nice down there. The ground's got a real bit of Rodney. Is it Rodney Parade? It's got a great bit of character. I just like it, and I like the drive down there through the valleys.
Listen, Dave.
Nice.
In the same way that Adrian doesn't have to justify his hatred for the place, you don't have to justify your affection for it.
Well, I'm just saying
different opinions.
Different
Just
opinions.
different
It's what
opinions.
makes the world go round.
Absolutely. So listen, listen, Adrian.
Go on.
The big thing. How is the Crewe fan? And is she extremely worried about us breathing down that last playoff place and stealing it from Crewe on the last game of the season and beating them at their place in a few weeks?
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker. That.
She's getting a bit nervous. She's getting a bit nervous, but I'm really pissed off that I haven't had a cup of tea all season. I tried to change it to we're higher in the form table, but she's not having it. So she's not. She's still very, 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 very kind of smug about it. But they're a proper side crew, and they're on a shoestring budget. And the other thing is Shrewsbury. I spoke to a mate today. He's a Shrewsbury fan. they've turned it around completely. Apparently, they're playing not very nice, attractive football, but they haven't lost in about 6 games. So if we can get through the Grimsby game, Notts County, they're all really tough games, massively tough games. If we can go on.
What have you got planned for the Matt and Dave visit to Shropshire anyway? What have you got the red carpet?
You're my guest. I'll tell you, if you want to come down here, I'll tell you, it's worth a stop.
Good pubs down there? Good pubs?
Fantastic pubs. We both agreed, Karen, the Crew supporter, agreed that the best beer is John Willie's, without a doubt. But the beer in you drink beer. The beer in Shrewsbury is pretty, and they do a really good cider as well. It's fantastic. So, if anybody's going to Shrewsbury, I'd say take time to have a stopover, because it's a great team. I'm looking forward to it.
I've booked that weekend off. I've got no gigs or anything on, because I definitely want to go there. So then that's my last away game of the season, because I won't be able to make Newport.
Is it the 11th of April?
11th of April, yeah. Right. So I will be seeing you there, Adrian. That's for sure.
Well, I'm at your guys' disposal, because you've given me a great amount of pleasure listening to the podcast and on the phone in. So I am your.
I want to see the wine cellar. That's what I want to see.
The wine cellar, yeah. I could probably arrange one, actually. I could probably arrange a visit. Probably Tanner's Wines. Check out Tanner's Wines in Shrewsbury. He lives just up the road. I had a free bottle from him. But there's some fine wines. There's some fine beers and some nice sights as well. It's very good. Yeah. I recommend it. I'm not sure if I'll get a ticket. I'll have to go in the away end.
You want to be in the way end, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll probably have to do that, but I'll be fine with that. It'd be a shame I can't get got a not season ticket holder.
How much is the away? How much does the away end hold at Shrewsbury?
It's not many. It's only about 1,200, I think, something like that. It's not many, so it's not going to get ticket. The Crew will be in the Whitby Morrison ice cream bandstand again. Have you been in there?
No.
The Whitby Morrison ice cream bandstand.
No, I've never been to Crew.
You've never been to Crew?
No, it's one of those. No, it's just one of those games I've never got.
You've never been to Crew?
No,
never.
Well, I've been to Crew, but
you've never been to Crew away.
I've never been to Crew away. No.
Oh, it's great.
I know, yeah. Well, I did live away for 10 years.
I went when Matt Derbyshire scored 2. We beat them 3-1. Matt Derbyshire was up front. Paul Dickoff was the manager. And I went on a Tuesday night. It was great.
Well, that's when I was.
It's a very strange football ground, because you're in there and you always get the feeling that the ground's going to tip up, because the main stand's absolutely massive and the other stands are tiny. So it's a very strange football ground.
You're on the side, aren't you? You're on the side at
yeah, you're on the opposite this huge, the big main stand, but that's the only stand of any sort of substance. The rest are tiny little stands. It's a very odd stadium, but I think we'll have a tough time there, because I've seen Crew loads of times. I've been to so many bloody playoff finals with Crew. I'm sick of seeing them, really, but they're a good football team.
Well, we've got some very tough games coming up before we get to Crew. Grimsby, Chesterfield, and Notts County to play before we get to Crew. So, the next 5 games we've got Grimsby, Chesterfield, Harrogate, Notts County, and Crew. So, it's really, really tough games.
So, what's the predictions then? What's the predictions from you? Where are we going to finish? Are we going to make the playoffs or not?
It's very much an outside chance that we will, but. I don't think you can predict that far ahead for me. I think it's just a case of if we beat Grimsby on Saturday, we're going to Chesterfield with a real momentum, and anything can happen at Chesterfield. And you have to look at it. You think, you have to win this many games on the bounce, and it's probably unlikely. But then who knows? Like we are a much more. We've got the best defence in the league. We've conceded 1 goal in the last 5 games. All right, we haven't been playing Notts County, Chesterfield, big teams. We have played Bromley though, to be fair. And we clean sheet there, and we're scoring goals again. So I can't predict the future. I don't. The odds are against us. I think it was 50-1 for us to get promoted just like last week.
Mm.
But if you win the next game, then you go on to the next game, and it's as simple as that. We're who knows? It would be incredibly impressive if we did. But I mean, I'm happy to finish 8th or 9th this season, or 10th, having made a real fist of it at this stage and finished on a real high with some really good results, and then sets us up lovely for next season. So it's win-win for me, even if we don't make the playoffs. It doesn't matter. But it's just nice.
I just hope he's got the players and they're fit enough not to have to shuffle things around, because I think that's been the problem. Is earlier on in the season, injuries, not the right players in the right positions. But over this past sort of month or so, we've had a settled team, and we seem to it's kind of really gelled, And the key to that, I never like being cruel to football players, and I know Andy, had the same with Mr. Fondop, because he always sort of thought Mr. Fondop was sort of out of his league, so to speak, until he's shone recently. But I always had a problem with Kai Payne. I always thought that he contributed nothing, and he's a young footballer, but I always thought we're never going to get anywhere when he's playing. I had the same feeling about Quigley. We've just had players who just thought these players aren't right for our team, and I just think now hopefully we can keep the players, because I think we've got the right players. We've got the right players in the right places, and a great team spirit. And I just hope we can sustain that. My only worry is the right back with Caprice gone. But, everybody gives Sutton a bit of a hard time, but got short memories, because he played really well last season, didn't he? He had some cracking games.
He can do the job, and he did it on Saturday, and he was up against a difficult player on Saturday as well. And I just think, but in terms of there's a lot of energy. I think in terms of fitness, I think Stevens is peaking now because he's had trouble with injury, so this is as fit as he's been all season, which is great. Fondop's back, his full strength and energy. Kavanagh is full of energy. Drummond has no signs of slowing down, and he's not played like week in, week out, full 90 minutes this season, so he's relatively fresh. Woods has had a rest, and he's come back looking pretty good. Then we've got the likes of Hammond, who can come off the bench, who's fit. We've got what's he called, Taylor, who's been doing well.
Hammond's been fantastic.
So there's actually, it's, if anything, the squad is peaking at the right time. It's going to have to, have a phenomenal end of the season if we are going to get that last place. But it's still, until it's not achievable, then let's keep hoping, because another playoff campaign, even if we only made it to the semi-finals and got knocked out, that would still be fantastic, wouldn't it? It would be brilliant achievement in our first season back in the football league.
It'd be the worst thing ever.
Oh, it'd be awful. No, it'd be awful. Like I said it before. We're at a different phase now where you have to get used to disappointment. Being disappointed about losing in playoffs or missing out on the playoffs by a couple of points is my kind of disappointment. Not the kind of disappointment of getting relegated or finishing 17th for 10 seasons on the bounce. If you're going to be successful, then you have to deal with the disappointment of not making it, because that's what happens. You don't just, every time you get a playoff, you get promoted. It's not like that. So we'll have to deal with it, and it's a good problem to have. And I just think we're looking really, really good. We're looking really dangerous, and we're looking very, very stingy at the back when it comes to goals. So
I can't see anybody being disappointed at the end of the season. I have no reason to be, no matter where we are. You can't.
It's just one of those, isn't it? Like I say, it's not a bad season, but you want to just keep the momentum building, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, it has done enormously, hasn't it?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, I think I just put in a bit of a different view. I think if we'd have took the handbrake off 5 games before how
would you do? I mean, you say take the handbrake off. What do you mean by that? How would he take the handbrake?
Well, the way we played,
you think he was playing the wrong formation? You think he was doing this wing back
was wrong. I think the formation was wrong. I think we gave too much respect to the likes of Cambridge, Swindon, and Barnet. whereby Barnet we could have gone on to win the game when it was 2-1. Swindon, we stood off them, and Cambridge at home in the first half, we were playing for the draw, and they hit us on the break for 3 quick goals, and he changed his game plan from then on, and you can see it in the results. Gillingham away, I was dreading it, but he actually changed it. He took the handbrake off and started playing attacking football.
I think as well, with Kavanagh coming into the squad has made a big difference.
Davies desperate to find something to moan about. I'm just giving you my opinion, bombastic cocosity, whatever idiot name is.
I think desperate Dave is better than sexy Dave.
No.
No.
Look,
there's
Tom makes a good point. Personally, we're good enough to play for the Pleasure Bar, where we're a couple of games short and a bad spell Jerry cost us. However, that's what I'm saying. We have got the backbone to push on next year. I just think if we'd have just gone for it in those games against Barnet, Cambridge, and Swindon.
I think Mellon made a point in one of the post-match interviews about not having the players available to play the way he wanted to play, and I think he's overcompensated. When he's not felt comfortable playing the way that he's happy to play with this 4-4-2 and the wide men and this way, but he wants to have exactly the right personnel to do that.
Yeah,
and he's not felt comfortable, and he's played so. For whatever reason, I think he now feels he's got the personnel to play. I think
Stephen's getting fitter as well. Has helped, getting a run of games, but more games.
Dave, what about? I mean, Walsall sacked the manager today. I mean, you'd be really pissed off if you're a Walsall fan, wouldn't you? I mean, they dropped like a stone ever since we beat them, and they were up there last year and fell away, and they've got multi-millionaire owners. That's reason to be miserable. We've got every reason to be.
I'm not miserable. I'm hindsight. Captain hindsight it's a wonderful thing. But I just think we could have just let off the handbrake a bit sooner on those. In the beginning, you got nothing to lose against the top 6, like Notts County. Just go for it. Well, we did against Walsall. We did it against Walsall. We just went for it, and then we reverted back to type and playing long ball. And
I think as well. I mean, you've got. I think you've got a. It's not all about the manager. The players have responsibility as well when they're on the pitch, and they've not always performed. But look, I mean, you can pick a season apart all day long. At the end of the day, now we're playing well, and we look like we've got the basis of a squad that can do well next season. Actually plays a bit of football, but can mix it as well and go direct. The goal, Fondot's goal was a piece of individual brilliance, but it was just a long punt. Well, it wasn't a punt; it was a great ball from Manny, but it was a long ball. It was direct football, and then we scored that second goal, which was one-touch football. Yeah, brilliant. really. So and the goal for the penalty was from a breakaway from their set piece, and then we have to be able to do all those things. But like Mellon said. I don't think anyone would have been talking about us letting the handbrake off if we'd have taken our chances in some of those earlier games. Like Mellon's saying, week in, week out, it's about having the quality to finish, and that makes the difference. And the some of the goals, the chances that we've missed and we've not taken would have made the difference of the points that we needed to be in the playoffs. And then the formations and all the handbrakes and all that wouldn't have mattered if the individual players would have taken the chances,
Overriding it all, though, we've got like the balance right, haven't we? Between in the football club, between the supporters, between the owners, between the manager. It's all there. It's fantastic. So that's you couldn't want any more, could you? Really, regardless of where we go.
Without being too so much miserable or. I mean, I'm a realist rather than an optimist. I am an optimist. I'm also a realist, but
you're a socialist.
We are at the moment we're on this in the ascendancy, right? Because we bottomed out obviously, and that momentum is going, and we'll get out of League Two at some point, hopefully in the next couple of seasons, and then it's the big challenge then getting out of League One, because. That is going to be a really tough ask. That is going to be very, very difficult getting out of League One. Oh yeah, and that we could then hit another period where we're struggling to make a top half finish, and so we have to enjoy this. My point is we have to enjoy this momentum and the success in League Two, because League One's going to be a different kettle of fish, and I'm hoping that obviously we do have the momentum and we do well in League One early, but it might be tough. And then all this momentum that we are building, and this positivity, this optimism, and this synergy between the owners and the fans and the players and stuff, it's going to be tested, is what I'm saying at some point.
Yeah,
because
it's been as better as it's ever been, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
and
yeah.
as I said, bombastic cause, whatever your name is. Dave's opinion is probably based around morning.
Yeah.
Disagree, but if you want to come on instead of doing stupid, arsey comments, bombastic, please feel free. Yeah,
come on, man, come on, have a
and
chat
then
with
I like that. It's funny. People call it morning because so you're like, James, you are the messenger of the week for the next 5 minutes. Bob Isaac. There we go. Davey's not a mourner. He's the only one that classed as the one who mourns at Latics. Correct.
Right.
Sit in the main stand. You're a main stand mourner. Apart from Hayden, who's a good lad, and others who sit there. But yeah, it's one of them. I'm not mourning. I'm just giving my opinion.
He says you're rattled beyond belief. Dave.
Rattled beyond belief. Yes. And what does the C stand for, Mr. Bombastic? I bet it stands for something, but I can't say it live on air.
He's shaking. He's so much rage in him right now.
Yeah.
Dave, one last thing. You might like this. You do know that Merthyr Tydfil on the ascendancy, don't you?
They're Welsh, God's sake, get them out.
Well, yeah, they're on the ascendancy. They'll be in the National League next year. Before you know it, we'll be playing Merthyr Tydfil. That's a nightmare to get to.
We'll be in League One, mate. We'll be in League One, mate. Don't worry about
that. Hey?
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway.
Martin, you are not a mourner. You're a good lad. But you do mourn on occasion. That is true. Anyway, just to be clear, if you sit in the main stand, you're not a mourner. But bombastic orcacity, whatever your name is, you're arsewipe. Yeah, well, the 11th, Adrian, pencil it in. We start drinking at 9 a.m, so you best be ready and have your drinking.
Well, I'll be a guide. You'll have to give me a guest list, and I'll sort you all out. It's no more than I can do. I mean, you're very welcome. So I don't know who's coming up from the Boundary Park alert system, but you will be my guest.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward
wait.
to it, mate. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Right.
Take care, Adrian. Thanks for the call.
Cheers, guys.
See you later, pal.
Well,
yeah.
I wonder if bombastic will ring in. It's not very bombastic, is it?
Well, I don't know, Dave. Listen, I'm just going to play this now. I'm going to give you a quick rub just to calm you down a bit, okay?
The Latics Football Phone-In, proudly sponsored by Legacy Pets. Being a Latics fan is for life, and so are our pets. No one wants to think about what happens when we lose them, but when we do, we need to know that both them and us are in good hands. Legacy Pets have worked with animals for over 20 years and understand what it means to have lost a beloved family pet. They're also Latics fans. So, if you do need their pet cremation services someday, they are dedicated to providing compassionate support, just like we do on the phone-in. Visit legacypets.com and tell them that you're part of the Latics family too.
Easy boy. No, I can't find out.
Just put it on. Dave can dish out the criticism, but he can't take it. But you hide behind comments, Mr. Bombastic.
Also hide behind a false name.
Yeah,
I mean, come on,
big, good stuff.
Dave can dish it, but Dave,
I'm here every week. Yeah, bring it on. Just bring it.
Who are you?
Just bring it. Who are you?
Who are you,
Mr. Bombastic?
It's a lay down. Come on, have a debate with Dave.
Yeah,
Dave debates.
Dave debates.
Dave mass debate with the nation.
Yeah.
If you'd like to mass debate,
I tell you, he does definitely mass debate, Mr. Bombastic.
Well, he doesn't mass debate, does he? Because he solo debates.
No, he master comments or whatever it is. It's whatever.
Anyway,
I'm not even interested.
Talking about that.
I'm a broadcaster, and I'm better than him.
You're not as broad as you used to be.
Broad.
You're as skinny as an ostrich now.
Oh, yes. Skinny. They're not skinny.
Not skinny legs.
Well, they've got skinny necks.
No, you got a bit to go on that. I think probably a chin tuck.
Yes,
At some point, Dave.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
I mean, you can only do so much through diet and exercise.
You can do a lot through diet and exercise.
Then it's just a case of.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Is it?
Bombastic is barrioing in disguise.
If we'd listened to Dave, we'd still. Oh, put that up.
No. If it's Dave, then we'll disengage.
Disengage.
I would hate to actually accidentally put him on.
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah. Sick in my mouth.
Anyway, if you haven't rang up before, ring in other than Bombastic and try the Wheel of Wonder.
Yeah,
because we've got a
you've
good
got
prize.
5 minutes to ring in, otherwise we're cutting it off. We're cutting the show, and we're going home.
It's hot new merch, sexy merch. It's hot new merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
Visit weareoldham.co.uk/shop now to see our brand new range of hot, sexy merch.
It's hot new merch, sexy merch. It's hot new merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
Oh. Well, get your merch, guys. We want.
It's not hot or sexy or new anymore.
Guys, I have got a special prize for a fan. If they buy some of the merch and I see them, and if you see me at the game and I see you, I'll take a photo. I've got a really good prize, and
What does that?
So if you buy some merch,
Yeah,
and
you wear it at a game.
see it at the game,
right.
we've got a really, really good prize.
Right. When are you at the game, Dave?
I'm not there Saturday
Yeah,
because I'm busy.
because you're going watching a second-rate rugby team, aren't you?
Yeah, we're not going into that, but
No.
it was
You're better off. Well, you are going to Paris, aren't you?
the city of love and sexiness.
Isn't there a sexy Dave Boulevard in Paris named after you?
Le rôti de bœuf carrière sur mon
Our French viewers will be disgusted with the pronunciation.
pâté de bœuf.
Oh,
Pâté de bœuf is beef paste. Fun fact.
Michael. Hello.
How we doing, folks? Oh, I lost the last 10 minutes there. My internet went down. I had to go and put 50p in the meter.
Believe me,
I
Michael.
saw you on Saturday, Michael.
We did. We caught eyes across that drunk bloke.
Yeah, well, he was shit faced, weren't he?
No, to be honest, I didn't notice him. But yeah, he was probably closer to you, to be honest.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, all good. Yeah, all good. Just first game for a while on Saturday. Been away with work for a little while, so yeah, I missed four of the last 5 games.
Can I just say you look absolutely fantastic? In terms of, you've been on a bit of a health kick, and mate, I was shocked when I saw you in the nicest possible way.
No, mate, appreciate that. It's like similar to you. Got to 40. Went to the docks for something to nothing. Said your blood pressure's mental. You'll be dead in 5 years if you don't make changes. So yeah, just went cold turkey from takeaway, Greggs and booze.
Yeah. It's hard work because before you know it, you're a compost heap, aren't you? Your body turns into absolute crap. Do you know what I mean? When you don't look after yourself.
Yeah. 1,000,000%. I just enjoy my life in different ways now. Instead of spending my money in a pub, I spend it on travel now. The amount, £200 a month, probably better off in the bank. 2-3 months. I get a nice little weekend away somewhere, or I'll put it in slot machines in Vegas as I did last week.
Well, yeah, I saw you gambling. Don't agree with that, but anyway, that's your opinion.
When
that's
in
fine.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Listen, you are traveling. You are traveling around a lot, Michael. I've seen it on your social media. But
I love the videos as well.
Do you think that there'll be another trip to London in May? That's the big question.
I've got another trip to London a week on Monday, but do I think we'll be there at the playoffs in May? No, I think and listen, I'm just casually riding the wave, and I honestly think it's as easy as it was to turn around results from 3 consecutive wins on the bounce. I also know that we're capable of then losing Saturday and then losing Tuesday. So let's not implode if we do. And to be honest, until mathematically it's over, I still think we can get in the playoffs. But to me, anything above mid-table has been a phenomenal season for me. I think if we are going to make the playoffs, then Saturday and Tuesday are must not loses, because then with the point swing, then that probably kind of puts whoever we lose to, if we lose to any of them, that probably then that's too much. Then that's like 10 points, 11 points ahead. So somewhat drastic would have to happen for us to catch them. But then Notts County, I think, are too far ahead anyway. So I'm not saying it's a free hit because you've still got to take points, but Harrogate, you'd expect to win that. But I can see us. I'd take a draw from Saturday. I think Grimsby, are a decent team. They've had a couple of decent results against United this year, and I can't remember who they beat in the FA Cup. But certainly they're winnable games. I don't go into, and I haven't got into any game this season thinking, we're going to get a good hide in here today, because it's ultimately a really poor and inconsistent league, and our last 8 games, have shown that.
With regards to the only thing for me, it was a great game, great result, played really well.
Don't start moaning again.
No, I'm just saying, I was concerned for the first 15 minutes of the second half because they really come at us, and Tranmere could have had 2 goals if they're on there just before we scored. He knocked it over the bar, didn't he? They could have had 3. They had 3 glorious opportunities to score. And I was a bit concerned because I think, again, we got overrun in midfield. Yeah. And I said to you, Michael, I said Pep was poor. I thought Pep was poor.
I don't think he's been nowhere near as good as he was last year. So, maybe that's just possibly a different quality in opposition. But, I mean, I wouldn't say he was poor, in the sense that, I couldn't pick anybody out for having a bad game. Some that had better games than others Saturday.
I think what it is with Pep, Michael, is he's grafting. He's putting tackles in. He's working really hard. He's not dictating the play with the ball
like he used to.
Enough for me. He's not getting on the ball enough, and Woods is predominantly doing that job. And maybe it's that the two of them are a bit. I don't know. They're similar.
They just look out of sorts, don't they?
He just doesn't quite get it. But I'm not. Look, he's doing all the graft. He's coming back. He's running. He's tackling. He's blocking. He's doing all that dirty work. And so you can't say he's not doing well in that respect. But there was times I think on Saturday where he just wasn't getting linked up enough in the play down that right hand side where he was kind of playing a little bit right side of centre midfield. But look, I thought they were all fantastic, and I thought they were all fantastic against Bromley as well. I thought they were brilliant. So
we pumped them, and I don't think we even got out with second gear, to be honest. And I don't think we played phenomenal, and we still managed to score 3 and win comfortably. I cheered their 95th minute goal because me and Dave Hudson and the other lad I was with, Tony, we had 15 quid on 3-1, so that was a nice little Brucey bonus. So I'm cheering and everyone's looking around, and then I've had to explain myself there before I get my head kicked in.
Just one thing as well. One little shout out to the Tranmere stewards. Like, we came into the ground and my little lad was there, and the steward went, "Come here." He's like, "Oh Jesus, what's he done? He hasn't brought that knife again, has he?" No, it wasn't that. But he said, "Do you want to come on the pitch and have a picture by the corner flag?" And I thought, do you know what? The club's in disarray. And it was absolutely like, what? He just moved the barrier and he went, go near the corner flag, don't go on the pitch, but just get a nice picture. And do you know what? It was really nice. Like, that the little bits like that, you'd never get that like anywhere, would you?
Well, it's nice touch.
So I didn't get the steward's name, but it was really nice of him. It was a really, really good touch.
The thing is now. I mean, what the difference I think with the movement of Kavanagh and Stevens and Drummond up top of it and Fonda. I mean, we're stretching defenses like Latics at the minute, and it's just.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
it's lovely that, isn't it?
Did you hear that? I got that in then. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
We've got word. We keep passing each other words that we have to get into the sentence. And Dave gave me latex. So, we are stretching. We are stretching defenses far more, and we're making them worry about us. And if we can keep that up. We've got that tightness at the back. Like we've had a couple of people say, we've got to get Manny signed up for next season. And also Hudson. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but that defensive record this season has been fantastic.
Do you reckon give him another year option, just another year extension? Back to 3 years again.
I do whatever I could to keep him, but I wouldn't want it to go down to the 1 year because that would be. It wouldn't be good for.
I don't think. To be fair, because we signed him from Buxton, didn't we? And we got him out of semi-pro football, didn't we?
Yeah.
To be fair, I think like when we got Baxter, Jose Baxter, he signed that deal, didn't he? And then we sold him to Sheffield United 2 weeks later. I don't think that Hudson is that sort of player to be like a Colin McElhaney and bloody Keeler Davis stunned, just going on freeze. And I don't think we'd stand that with the recruitment team and the process that we've got either. I think we've got a lot.
No, we're a professional club now, and I don't think that'd happen now.
Yeah,
no,
I don't either. But look, I mean, ultimately, it's that balance between what's best for the club, what's best for the player. And if he gets a great, you don't. We see him week in, week out. We know he's a really good goalie. We know, and like I said, I've said it before on the podcast. If we're going to go up next season, it's one of the reasons is because we've got Matt Hudson in goal. There's no question about that. Like we've got the foundation. We need to make some signings. We know that, but there's a really good foundation in place for next season. Does Matt Hudson? Is he happy to try and get his League One career with Latics after next season? Maybe
he could be the highest paid player at the club. Do you know what I mean? If you wanted to be,
but it depends.
He could be a big fish in a small pond, and
it depends on the offers. Doesn't
just had a baby.
It depends on the offers, doesn't it? It depends who comes in. It depends who comes in from what point and all that kind of stuff. Because there probably will be offers for him, but it's only about the club and him taking the right one. So I hope he's with us next season. Because I
thought Daniels was outstanding on Saturday. What did you think? Because he's had a bit of a few shaky games. I thought he played really well against Tranmere. I think he had that striker in his back.
Played really well against Bromley as well. So yeah, I think you're always going to get it. It's a long season, isn't it? It's to play a lot of football. There's going to have spells where maybe they're a bit off the pace. There's no hiding place for a professional footballer. You're out there doing it every week, and everyone. Robson, obviously, the right back situation changed a little bit, but Robson, Manny, and Daniels and Hudson. The amount of clean sheets and the few amount of goals that we conceded are because of those
Class
four
Robson,
players.
It's a collective effort.
It's a collective effort, Michael.
Hudson certainly kept us in games, but that back four or back three. Obviously, Sutton's not been a regular part of it, but certainly that three of Daniels, Robson, and Monty have been sensational. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe teams in one of the reasons we've not got Manny signed down now, because I don't think discussions haven't taken place. I think you'd be naive to think that they wouldn't at this stage. He doesn't get injured. It doesn't get injured a lot. Touch wood. I think there's people sniffing in leagues above, and if he wants to go into a league above, that shake it hand, well done. You can't begrudge him that. The same with Hudson. In my mind, I think Hudson's probably gone in, and that's he's a lovely bloke. I sit right behind the goal of the Rocky Road. Always waves to everyone. Seems like a really nice bloke, and I think for him, the fit of where he went would probably have to matter because of his wife plays for United and just had a kid, so you won't be up in sticks to go to a Reading or something like that. It would certainly have to be progression, but within a reasonable kind of commute. So but ultimately players come and go. There was life before him. There'll be life after him. I'm just really enjoyed him. He's been a massive part of our success. I'm certainly one of the reasons I think you think he's one of the examples of maybe players that have come in. Yeah, and I did Mellon sign him, or was it Unsworth that signed him? I can't remember.
Unsworth.
But he's certainly got better year on year on year on year, and I think credit needs to go to the coaching staff for that. And football's not a fine art. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And so certain players that we've signed have been pony, and they've been moved on. That'll happen before. It'll happen again. But certainly the ratio of players that were signing, that have been good signings to bad signings, certainly better now than it probably has been in the last 10 or 15 years. I think even under the corner years, we didn't spend a lot of money on players, but I think we're now starting to sign younger players that are investments. It's nice to see people get 3 years rather than, 2 years.
Yeah, and we're having players now that are leaving us with memories. You're talking about Hudson there. I'm thinking about that save at Wembley. You know what I mean? Like players who you turn around and say they are integral to the success and the development of the football club, and we didn't
Yeah.
have that for a long
And
time.
just touching back on the point where he said Monty doesn't get injured, he came back from a cruise ship in about 4 months as well. Like how fit, it just goes to show the dedication that the guy did. It was filed, weren't it, in like February?
Yeah.
And he was playing. Was it February? Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah,
and he was back in May, weren't he? Like it's like 3, 4 months. He was back after a bloody cruise ship.
Yeah,
and
I think
any of those players that got us promoted last year, will go down in in history. Even the ones that were played for us in the Premier League, probably even more so because we were in the Premier League, but it's probably the peak of our history. But we were there for 2 years and went down. These were they stopped that slide of kind of doom and gloom, and they'll be remembered forever. And just going back to the start of the phone when you were talking about Wembley, like I remember, like Matt, I remember very little because I think so much happened within that 120 minutes. Like certain bits I remember. I was still celebrating the equaliser when the winner went in, and honestly, like I have high blood pressure, but I felt like my head was gonna pop. And as soon as that final whistle, as soon as that final whistle, I saw Hudson go up and grab the ball, and he fell on the ball, booted it out. I remember singing Boys in Blue. That's probably the only bit that I remember singing Boys in Blue, and I've got a video of it. The next 40 minutes are just an absolute blur. Genuinely an absolute blur. I hugged and kissed strangers. Like it was just a roller coaster. It's a cliche, a roller coaster. It's the only way to describe it. And even people, how do you explain that to people who don't watch football? Especially when we've been through what we've been through. And we're not the only clubs who have been through, dark times, but it was just the only way to describe it is semi-magic. But there is no drug, woman, experience in the world that could replicate those 3 weeks of Halifax, York, and then winning how we did. And I'd go through another 30 years to probably just to. I'm long dead by then, but I'd gladly do it all again to experience that one day. Not just the day at Wembley, but in Covent Garden on the Saturday. It was just these people there that I've never met before, and you see a Latics shirt, and they hug you, and it's like we're all in this together. And that's, I guess, if we do go through a really bad patch this season or next season, just remember where we've been. Be conscious of where we've been and where we are capable of going now, where we've got a decent captain at the helm, so to speak.
Yeah. 100%, Michael.
Do you know what I remember from that day? Andy Halliwell crying like a baby.
I cried. Have a look at my TikTok. There's a video I made. It was a picture of me crying, and it's like and I think that year I went to I think it was 42 games I did that year, and it's like, was it all worth it? And then it was the picture of all of them together. It's like absolutely. It really was like Yeovil away. And one thing I really remember from that season, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Tom Conlon and whether you think he still has a future. I really, he's such a good bloke and a really good leader. Like I'll remember this till my dying day at Yeovil. We were absolute pony. We got absolutely pumped, and it was toxic. Everyone was baying for blood. They were stood right at the barrier, bawling and shouting. And he went along and he started shaking everyone's hand. He said, "Come on, lads, just stick with us. We're still in this." And I think he probably knew what we were capable of. And I stood outside the programme shop and asked him how he was doing, and he's out of contract, and I'd love to see him to get another year, even after last year. But then
even 6 months.
I was thinking about that earlier when somebody mentioned about the 3 players to sign up, and you've got to take the romance out of it, haven't you? I think it depends on his injury record, the injury record that he's got. What I think he's been so professional. He's still so involved at the club. I think I think we'd love to see him get another contract and lead the team through a full
Duxbury,
season.
Isn't he? He reminds me of Duxbury. That sort of he has that aura about him.
Yeah.
Like he just drives the standards.
But people will make the decision based on all the relative facts and information.
Of course, and maybe I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses a little bit. But he, like you say, Matt, he's still around even though he's injured. Norwood couldn't wait to go and eat Nando's when he was injured and wasn't playing. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference in the calibre of blood. And what a good decision that was not to re-sign him. Everyone was kind of crying, to re-sign him. And Alex Reid's done exactly what Alex Reid does, when sabotaging himself because he can't, kind of behave himself on TikTok. It's happened exactly what Hartlepool. So there's another 2 good decisions. Just trust him.
What's happened?
I think he got banished from the squad for something he posted on social media. I think, yeah. Yeah, what are we doing here on Christmas Day?
I loved him, me.
Well, we've said it before, and the spirit and the attitude and everything that got us out of that division was all about the players that the management team signed, the way that they manage those players, the atmosphere that the club, the leadership at the club, whether it's in the off the pitch and the training staff, it's a big team effort. And we've seen a team that lost 3 games on the bounce, couldn't score, was shipping goals, and then the response from after that. That's credit. You have to credit to everybody involved for that. And it's you win together, you lose together, and you don't get, it's all the cliches, but you don't get too high when you win, you don't get too low when you lose. You have to try and maintain that even keel over a season. For credit to everybody. It's just
it's like after the Wembley game, like this platform, the podcast, like Luke Rothwell, the owner, coming on. Do you know what I mean? Coming on the podcast, thanking everybody. It's just, we're just in such a good place, but sometimes people catastrophize, like Matt and Andy, about losing and moan about not taking the handbrake off and start giving people like Bombastic a lot of crap because he's just winding me up. But you're just out of order. Out of order.
Well, Dave, if you hang around with me and Andy enough, one day you'll be zen too.
No, I don't want to
be. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. You can look back at, we could have done that in one game, we could have done that. Ultimately you can't, and you just start to accept it for what it was, and not coulda, woulda, shoulda. So I get what you were saying, that you do kind of question certain formations, certain team selections. I think certainly at the minute that the team's pretty much set, barring injuries. You kind of wouldn't change anything at the minute. You would certainly stick with it as long as results are going, or injuries
signing Kavanagh as well.
Dictate.
It shows where we're at. Like, we signed quickly, made a mistake, got rid, signed Kavanagh.
Yeah,
and look at the work rate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're proactive, aren't they?
Yeah, I really like Kavanagh. I think he looks really good. He's settled into the side really, really quickly. He
likes a strop though, doesn't he? You see when he don't get the ball played to him the way he wants it. I love it, me. I think it's great.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a good trait from a forward in many ways. And Drummond as well. I think he's been really good kind of last 10 games, and I really hope that he sorts what off the field issues that he's got, because you can see that he kind of loves playing for us, and he's a real positive influence within the team, and he's likable. So that's why what he did. I apparently wasn't great. I don't know the ins and outs of it, and I'm not asking, but whatever it is, he's been given his punishment, and I just hope he does it and draws a line under it, because I think there's a player in him.
Yeah.
He was dancing to the Tequila song, which made him all the more popular with me.
Who wasn't? Who wasn't?
He just looks like a proper good lad. You know what I mean? It'd be great.
Yeah. He's a character, and you need characters in squad.
Yeah, agreed.
You do. So look, let's finish it on such a positive note. Let's finish it with a tequila. We know you don't drink anymore. We haven't got any glasses.
No.
Well, I don't drink that much anymore. Have some tequila.
Metaphorical tequila.
We have got some tequila.
Do I get a spin on the Wheel of Wonder?
Oh, right.
Have you ever had one? Have you ever had one?
No, I've never had a Wheel of Wonder. I've had plenty of wagon wheels. I've never had a go on the Wheel of Wonder.
Get some admiring glances, 'cause it's the Wheel of Wonder. It's time to take your chances and spin the Wheel of Wonder. Spin the wheel, can I touch it? Spin the wheel, I wanna touch it. Spin the wheel, let me touch it. Spin the wheel, let me touch it. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel of wonder.
Wow!
Here we go.
I didn't realise. Welcome to the internet's poshest wheel.
It's a well-made wheel.
Yeah,
apart from this flappy bit.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll upgrade it.
No, we won't.
Ooh.
Leave it as it is.
Oh,
Right,
another moan. Do you like you have a swear jar? Should we have a jar for Dave for Lent for every time he moans?
No, I just said no. You are. I like it. I think it's saving the planet. It's being sustainable. It's keeping in with our economical and sustainability values that we have as
Our policy.
Yeah, values.
Right, you know what to do, Michael.
Spin that wheel.
That was
Ooh, babu.
That's really going. Oh!
It's.
I think it's a. Oh no, it's a holiday.
No, is it? No, it's
yeah,
not.
no, it is. It's
it?
It's a t-shirt.
That's
it's
just,
just slightly over.
Let me just get the measuring.
Look, it's just slightly over.
I'll take the t-shirt. I've not got any annual leave left for any other holidays.
You don't need any holidays, you.
It is. I can confirm in the independent invigilator.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Send us a message. We'll sort something out. Yeah. Thanks very much to Sun on the Sands Holidays.
Yes. Great sponsor.
Apparently, bombastic costs. This one wants to go. Just wants to go on a holiday with you, Dave. It's Sun on the Sands.
I'm not available. I will. If for a fee, I'll happily.
What we're gonna have to. I was thinking about this. What we'll do is obviously through the season we've had the winners who've got to enter into the draw for the holiday.
Yeah.
I think what we're going to do is I'm going to attach them to the wheel.
Oh right.
Spin the wheel.
Okay.
And then that's
basically attach him to the wheel like some medieval torture thing.
Well, you know that big.
The modern day Jesus. They'll nail him to it.
You know that big cog that Frank's made and put outside on Broadway. We're gonna adapt that. We're gonna do it that way. Yeah.
We'll do a live. Yeah.
Actually, I might have to see about getting Frank to build us a Wheel of Wonder.
Get Frank on the phone. Get Frank on the phone in.
It'd last about 5 hours, I think.
He can come on if he builds us a Wheel of Wonder.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right, listen.
All right, lads.
We're done. Thanks for calling, mate. Good to talk.
See you Saturday. Up the ticks. Keep smiling.
Absolutely, mate.
Keep mourning.
Take care, mate.
Still on.
Oh yeah. Right. Thanks to everyone for everything.
Did we do the Sun on the Sands sponsor message? Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, sorry.
Just did it.
Yeah.
You were busy over there.
I know.
Trying to get the wheel.
Right then.
Right. So it's we've Chesterfield. You got in Chesterfield?
No.
No,
I'm busy.
Grimsby and Chesterfield, and then we'll be back for the phone-in after those two games. So exciting times.
If there's a defeat in there, guess who's going to be mourning?
If you've not made the decision to get to Boundary Park on Saturday, get your ticket in advance. It's a bit cheaper. Get yourself out of Boundary Park. Let's make the atmosphere like it was at the playoffs, and let's just.
I'm not going, and so I've got an adult and child season ticket available. So if you know me and you have my number, I'm not giving it out on here.
Bombastic. Give Dave a shout.
Just drop me a message.
Really, way to get the club out of revenue there. And
I've got
directly affecting our transfer budget for next season. Right, we're gonna go. Bye.
Bye.
Hey Dave, did you know that listeners can now buy us a coffee or any other kind of hot beverage?
Ooh.
What's your favourite hot beverage, Dave?
A macchiato.
And how do you like your macchiato?
Black with lots of milk. Oh.
No cream?
No.
Well, if you want to buy Dave a
macchiato,
then go to buymeacoffee.com/We Are Oldham. I'll just have a Nescafe.
Ooh. Thank you, listeners.